Girl in that ass, that ass, girl in that ass, that ass, girl in that ass, is what I wanna be. And a nigga, oh, in that ass, girl in that ass is where I wanna be. And a nigga, in that ass, that ass, that ass, that ass, that ass. Yo, 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 what it is, it's your boy Rob Hardy back for another episode of High Theory. I'm so glad to be here with you today. Excuse me. There's no high today, just me chilling, doing my thing. I got a little pineapple and watermelon, keeping it summertime right now, baby. But we are here. I'm feeling good, feeling excited. Missed y'all, but we back. But as I get back to it, something I wanted to address. Excuse me. Pineapple hit you, don't it? Something I wanted to address because it continues to come up, or it came up, I should say. I'm chilling, you know, having it. Here's one thing I'll say too, man. Dating right now is a very tough, slippery slope right now, man. It's a tricky thing to navigate. Uh, Finding. This is just my opinion. Obviously, I'm only one sided, but finding eligible women, that fit the bill of what you're looking for is really tough. Now so much confusion with this social media cloud and the fake bodies and the fake teeth. Like I just don't understand it. It ain't my thing to understand, but that's just my take on it. And also, though, just like this misconception that of what guys are supposed to do, what they supposed to provide, and it's almost like women have nothing of value. Um, and when you say like, oh, what does a woman bring to the table? Women get real offended. Like, oh, this type of guy, this type of guy, that. It's like nobody wants to be with somebody who brings no value, or at least they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've been in situations where, you know, women brought no value, and it just didn't fit me. It did nothing came from it. And when I say bring value, it's not always about monetary things. People like, well, if he asking for this, he ain't got the money. Nah, it ain't about money because I ain't tripping off that. But you still got to bring something to the table. You can't just be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your personality like? Can you take care of a home? Can you be supportive? Can you be a mom? Can you, you know, cook, clean, work the books? You know what I'm saying? Can you uh, consolidate files? Can you, you know, look at monthly expenses and get like, what can you do? You can't just look good. You know what I'm saying? And it can't be fake. At that. Like y'all just paying to look good, but you have no brains, no wit about you, no personality, no um, like I said, no value whatsoever to bring to the table. You just live and die off looking good and think that's everything, and good luck with that. But um, aside from that, you run into like man, you run into women who aren't highly educated, can't speak well, can't carry a conversation, different things like that. It's like that's extremely unattractive and useless to me. So I was having a conversation with my boy about that, and he like, man, I like a woman preferably higher educated, you know, a PA, master's degree, like something like damn, bro, have something that can carry some weight around here and stuff like that. And I completely agree. Like I said, I understood what he was saying. I understand what he meant. But as I was out, on a date and talking with a girl, and she says, it's crazy because she asked me, like, she's like, you rap this and that. And I told her, and she was like, and then when the conversation came, I'm like, nah, I got my master's degree. I used to work in finance. I did this and that. And she's like, you lying? I'm like, no, like I really did, and stuff. And um, and once we got past that and validated that, she's like, well, what are you doing rapping? And I'm like, it's crazy that that's the question or the perception that people give. And so, I always break it down to people and I tell them, like, hip hop and rap in general has always been the story of a culture in a period of time. Rappers are our historians. So if you go back and you listen to, you know, late 80s, early 90s rap, man, it was tough. It was hard nosed stuff. Why? Crack in the 80s was heavy. You're going to hear a lot of drug use, a lot of, broken homes, no dads. Um, the struggle that we were in, and some people take it like, oh, hip hop is the struggle. And that's what, you hear in music. And that's when you get all these fake artists, pretending to be hood, pretending to be this, and they can't even really live that life when shit hit the fan and stuff like that. And so what I tell them is hip hop is not about struggling. Hip hop is about telling the story of a culture of people who, maintain the culture in this country and really in this world. And so our story is evolving. And I'm just at the forefront of what hip hop is going to look like for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ahead of the game of what it's going to look like because we are educated, as people. We not the ignorant kids in these boardrooms just taking, anything and not being able to understand the conversation and showing up, smelling like weed and all of that's like, that's not us anymore. We not the people who don't take care of our families, don't take care of our kids and tear up our communities and our neighborhoods. Like, that's not who we are anymore. We're evolving into more educated people, more profound people, more financially stable people, more educated people. And so our music is going to evolve in that. You're going to start to hear, that not only you've been hearing it, Jay was far ahead of his time in music, man. When I used to listen to Jay growing up, I loved Jay music because, and to me, and it wasn't about the hustler and being in the streets and different stuff like that. It was about how he used that and, all through his music was really trying to educate and saying like, I did this, I did that, but look how we, changed this and that to be what we see today. And you can go back as far as, the Black Album, the Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt. I mean, he was really giving game, like, yeah, telling you about the streets and what was going on. But, I mean, to even hear a man say, lost 92 bricks, had to fall back, knock a nigga off track, but I crawled back, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can flip that into, the business understanding of, like, you're going to take some losses. You're going to take some losses. And when you do take losses, you're going to have to crawl back. You know what I mean? Had A1 credit, bought more crack. You know what I'm saying? You can translate that to life in general. You know what I'm saying? You got A1 credit, you're gonna go back and get it. You're gonna find a way to crawl back to the top. You know what I'm saying? And so that was why I was a big fan of Jay, but this is where we at in music now. And we much more educated, much more understanding of what we do. So this is what, music is gonna look like for us. But yet we still control the culture. We still cool people. You know what I'm saying? Like, even myself, you know what I'm saying? I pay attention to it. I'm like, I'm a cool ass nigga. And I jump on, any track and do my thing, feel nothing when I walk out of there. Like, I can be authentic, I can be myself, I can do what it is. But I can also step into the boardroom and let you know that last quarter, we had a 20% increase in revenue from the previous quarter. And year over year, we about to see around 35% increase in revenues. Our return on investment is looking real good. You know what I'm saying? Like, different stuff like that. I can talk those conversations with, people and create value in what we doing. And you can't just give me anything. But it's not, like I said, I'm at the forefront of what hip hop is gonna be like, but I'm also telling the story in time of, I came from those rough times, those rough neighborhoods, those broken homes, friends not having dads around, not having families around, drugs infesting the neighborhood and stuff. But yet I evolved into, what we see today and what we moving into. And I'm just able to tell the story. So when you hear my music, you hear my story, but you hear the story of a culture of people who are transitioning into something new. You know what I'm saying? That it's not a coincidence that, so many of these financial pages are getting hits. So many of these business pages are getting hits from our people. You know what I mean? And that's what hip hop does. That's what hip hop is. And, we gotta embrace it. We just gotta know that's what it is. So, like I said, if you spin my records and you can't get it, it ain't for your ears. That's all. That's how I look at it. You don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But anytime you're a trailblazer, anytime you out front, you less worried about people understanding it today and just knowing that you on the right path and believing in what you understand and what's to come from it. And so, that's how I play it every day. So when you listen to my music, when you hear my story, you getting somebody that's evolving with the times, that's showing you, you know, it's cool to be educated. It's cool to be able to handle your own business and not have to leave it to nobody else. It's cool to be a dad. It's cool to be there for your family. It's cool to be, you know what I'm saying? I lost tons of friends along the way of what I'm doing, and you just realize, like, it ain't for everybody to understand, and that's okay. Evolution is shedding what was once useful but no longer there. You know what I'm saying? It's like skin, and that's the makeup of today. You know what I mean? So that was juicy. But like I said, all that to say, man, you can be so many things, and I don't hide nothing, that I am or that I've been and that I've done, because you can be so much more. You feel me? Like, you don't have to be bottled in. You don't have to be pigeonholed into being something that the world wants you to be. Constant evolution, constant rebranding of yourself is a part of this world. If you today are still the person that you was 5 years ago, you losing. If you are today the same person you was 2 years ago, you losing. Constant evolution, constant rebranding is a very important thing in life. Rebrand yourself of what you want to be and how you see yourself, and make sure the world sees you that same way, and that it's authentically you and not the makeup of what you think people want you to be. I always turn back to it and say it all the time. And this ain't just women, with fake bodies and stuff, like, throws me for a loop. You know what I'm saying? It throws me for a loop of people, like, not being comfortable or confident in what they do. I saw dudes getting fake six packs stitched into they, abs, and what I mean, it's just crazy to me. I still can't. The veneers thing, man, just throw me off. Like, some people just look so strange with these big ass horse teeth in their mouth, and but it's like one person do it, two people do it, a couple people do it, and now you see, like, everybody running out to get these fake teeth. It's like, man, y'all tripping for real, but that's the society we in. So y'all can have it. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna continue to do me. Ain't really tripping off nothing. Like I said, when I drop, when I do what I do, it's about success amongst myself. And success for me is doing the things I said I was gonna do. Doing the things that I want to do. That's success. You know what I mean? Like, that's success for any man. You can't measure your success on how people take it or how much money you make or anything like that. Your success has to be solely based on what you do. You set a goal, you say you want to do something, you set out to do it, you accomplish it. It can't be tied to revenue. It can't be tied to the people's reaction. It can't be tied to how people like it, love you, whatever the case like that. Nah. So when it comes to music, if you say you're gonna put out an album, put out the album. Who cares what comes from it? Like, you can't control those things, but your success is in doing what you said you was gonna start out to do. Um, a lot of people, ladies, you seeing, like, a lot of new lash techs, real estate agents, whatever. If you want to get into real estate, get you a license. Boom. That's the success in itself. And then you put the work in. If you want to sell a house, sell a house. Boom, that's success itself. I don't care if it's a 1 bed, 1 bath condo in the hood, but you sold it and you did it and you said you was going to do it and you accomplished that. You did your first set of lashes. You did your first set of braids, like whatever the case be, you did it. That is success in itself. So, but hey, y'all don't want to listen. It's okay. Just know, Foes Up still loading. We do what we do. We in that ass every day, all day, getting to it, building the brand up from scratch myself. Anything I say I want to do, I said I wanted to drop a project. I did it. I said I wanted to start my High Theory podcast and get some, and just, be able to sit back, kick it, and talk, and do what I want to do. I did it. Like, that success to me is just being able to do what I want to do. And at the same time, like, don't get it twisted. Like, bro, I work. I make money every day. Like, I still want to take care of myself. I still got a lifestyle to live. But, there's things I want to do within that. You know what I mean? And I do it every day. So, as long as I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm happy. I'm moving forward. So, like I said, still loading Foes Up. It's your boy, Rod Hardy, High Theory. And we are in that ass. That ain't in that ass. This is where I want to be. Love y'all.
Yeah. Come on. It was all a dream. Super soaker Glocks with the magazines. Bending corners on top my Huffy just to spray the scene. Cops and robbers, I'm the one they love to follow, cause they know one day my words will be a problem. My tongue is swole. I put my niggas on and told them we could change the world. Do just enough to leave a fortune.